chase it, I make space for it, I come back to.
Peace, everyone. Welcome back to Reflect, Reveal, and Release. So today's reflection is just going to be about me. I mean, it's always about me, but more so of a download and just clarity. I just want to share with you what I received. I notice that I'm always wanting to control things and not be in a divine space and letting just the divine move me through. That's something that I have to surrender to. This last season just been more of a season of surrender and releasing control. That's what I want to say. I have a hard time doing that because I be wanting things to go my way. And maybe it just comes from me just being a fixed fire sign. With me expecting in November, I am in a mama's group called Sacred Butterfly Births. We met for Sacred Circle today, and it was a passage we read. And in the beginning, when they first started reading, I wasn't really paying no attention. I just knew one person read, another person read, and then it was like, okay.
Help me discover how I can be most useful, knowing that my significance is not rooted in my doing. Remove thoughts that I am burdensome or a hindrance to those around me, and that my gifts are not appreciated. Help me create a meaningful life that brings dignity to my spirit and establishes trust with you that I'm on the right path. When I am dependent on others, let me seek self-sufficiency in order to keep my relationships in balance. Help me to define the value of how I show up and what I contribute. Let me understand that my contributions are not synonyms with currency and that lives cannot be measured in dollars.
When I say that resonates so much with me, the first sentence that said, help me discover how I can be most useful, knowing that my significance is not rooted in my doing. In the past, I struggled with being a caregiver. With me being a caregiver, I feel like when I'm not able to give or help with anything, I'm not doing enough. It's like I have to give to be seen. Another one that stood out to me: remove the thoughts that I am burdensome or a hindrance to those around me, and my gifts will not be appreciated. I don't ask nobody for help because when I did ask for help from people, I will have to hear like the backlash. Well, when I asked my mother for help, maybe because she didn't want to do it, maybe because she couldn't do it, or maybe it was interfering with her time. But other than her just saying that, it would be me hearing a whole lot of backlash about me asking for the help. But then she would help from a people pleasing place. Other than her saying that I'm busy right now, I can't do that, or that's not gonna work for me. Now I don't want to ask somebody for help, because when I ask somebody for help, I feel like I'm hindering them or I'm burdensome, is what it says. Another one that stood out to me was help me create meaningful life that brings dignity to my spirit and establish trust with you that I'm on the right path. That's that where the controlling thing come in, because it's like I want to control everything so much myself that for me to stay on the right path, other than just trusting in the flow and moving through the flow, staying in alignment, staying grounded, knowing that I'm on the right path. I'm trying to control everything, and it's like I don't have no trust in the universe to control the outcome to situations, other than just letting the situation be the situation and moving along. Another thing that stood out to me was when I am dependent on others, let me seek self-sufficiency in order to keep my relationships in balance. My first video on this channel, I was talking about codependency with my spouse. I realized that me and him both was codependent. I realized that I lost myself in the relationship and wasn't so focused on my goals and my dreams and things that I wanted to achieve. It made me become codependent on him, because with me not achieving the things that I wanted to achieve, it kind of set me back. I have to seek self-sufficiency in myself to help keep my relationship balanced so I don't fall back into that codependent place. This whole paragraph was just like so much synchronicity, but alignment at the same time. I don't even want to say it's crazy, because it's like divine alignment, and I'm always trying to control everything that goes on, and I don't sit in the flow. So me reading this was just like an answer to the whole chapter that I've been through. Today's August 1st, and we are now in Aquarius moon. I want to say it started on, I think it was the 28th or the 29th. It was the 28th or the 29th. One thing about me, when I make a decision, I'm so head set strong on it. And I feel like this whole passage of what I read has been my answer to what's been going on with me and my life. This is like the blueprint of how I need to move. This is like the blueprint of how I need to move through this next chapter of my life. You have realized certain things about yourself, but it don't stop here. I did the work and I realized certain things, but it's not for me to stay stuck in this place. To keep note of the things that I've learned and keep moving along, so now I can attract in more of what's needed to be here and more of what I need to do for myself. Just let things flow, basically. Everything just aligns so perfectly. I'm definitely gonna have to find a different type of setup, because this is just, I'm the floor is, maybe I need to sit on something. A lot of clarity and closure. Since I am expecting, I do want to start taking this channel on my pregnancy journey. Even though this is Reflect, Reveal, and Release, I want to have that journey on this channel. Once the baby is born, I want to go back to Reflect, Reveal, and Release. I do want to have my partner come on here, and then we just share some things together. So if that message resonated with you, what in that passage resonated, and how. And yes, catch you in the next video.